Chiefs get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Wilson. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Cairo Santos, former Chiefs kicker, on for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. It'll be Love to try and get the first. Space to run past the 20. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Going to give it to Love. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Bryce Love with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. 3rd and long. It's Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And finally he's taken down at the 18. A big play there for KC. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd down and goal. Wilson steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They go play action with Wilson. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Eric Ebron with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. taken at about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker now to have the extra point. And it's 21-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
From the 25 on second down, Fields, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defender's not.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
If you were me,
and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They turn to Love on the handoff. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Play action. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Bears will get the football back.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Fields now to throw. Being chased out left. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. Touchdown Bears. David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start the drive with Love here. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 45.
Play action. Now Wilson. He finds his target, Ebron. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Love. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on there.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They try again with Montgomery. And this time he is in.
Yes.
David Montgomery with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And coughed it up. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Fields. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. A final shot before the break. Fields. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Off play action, Fields. He's going to air one out. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. Flushed out right. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this one.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate then it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Play action. It's Fields. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
What you got, Hattie? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 10. On play action, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. On first down, it's Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 120 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
What we got? Hey, 58 is it all? We own them. Check out.
Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. To throw is Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A huge play there for Chicago. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Fields. Forced out to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. 136 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 1st down, here's Love. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10, Fields again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Wilson wants to throw it. They'll roll him out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
26, Mike. Yo, 26, Mike. 26.
Fields a quick throw out to Robinson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Love. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.